Hey everybody, welcome to The Good, Bad, the Ugly. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
I'm Tiffany.
She's not
Oh,
excited.
you're not happy? Because today is our Wrongbox redemption episode. It's been 50 episodes of this show.
The big 5-0.
It doesn't feel like that many.
Yeah, that's 2 episodes away from a full year's worth.
150 books.
Yeah, 150 books. Holy crap. That we've read. A few select ended up in here. Okay, the Wrongbox, protected by our little desiccator here. Thanks a lot, Des. And thanks to you and a poll we tossed out through all the various social medias, these were the 3 that you wanted us to redeem.
Yeah.
So it's your fault.
So it's your fault. We're talking about Curse of the Spawn #1, Rob Liefeld's Captain America #1, and Spider-Boy
Yeah,
#1.
thanks.
Do any of them deserve to be pulled from the wrong box and back into the long boxes? We're not going to do a full recap of each issue. If you'd like to see them, they each have their own episode
Good luck.
dedicated to them. I'll put a link in the description for
Okay.
each episode for each book, and you can enjoy those all over again. Gentlemen, why don't you're probably the best suited to tell us about what happens in Spider-Boy.
Are we? Why is that?
Because it's closest to
Because
us.
I thought it'd
in
be
front
funny.
of us? Oh, okay.
Because you have no context for anything that's
No.
happening, and it's in a fake, made-up universe that involves 2 different places and continuities.
Yeah,
But don't-
smushed together.
Just give us the gist of it. What is the general vibe and plot of Spider-Boy?
Well, plot is a strong word.
Take Superboy and Spider-Man and stick them together.
Which is the conceit of the Amalgam brand.
Yeah. You got Cadmus.
Yes.
So he's from Cadmus,
The company
like
that
Superboy
created Superboy.
was. The Fantastic Four are also there.
Yep. Although they are, I believe, the challengers of the Fantastic.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is Challenge the Unknown in Fantastic Four.
See, now I really did think that was a totally different team, and I was like, they're not even on it?
Ostensibly, the book is about a battle between
Bizarnage?
Bizarnage and...
No.
Yeah, no, Bizarnage is only the...
Well,
He is the
bookend.
first person you
Yeah,
you
it
have.
takes a while. And then... What? I don't even remember what happens.
And then
This book is a series of references to Marvel and DC, and like the writers coming up with clever ways to smash them together.
Wait,
Yep.
can we put clever in quotes?
Yeah,
Oh,
clever
yeah.
ways.
Okay, thank you.
So essentially you have the Spider-Boy character who's created, and he has to fight Bizarnage, and then he has to go fight King Cobra?
King Lizard?
King
Lizard.
King
Because
Lizard.
he's the Lizard and King Shark, even though it looks like Fing Fang Foom?
Yes.
Yeah, but they also mentioned Croc, so he might also be Killer Croc.
Right.
Because they call him a Croc at one point.
Yeah, well, maybe it's more... That doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
But Croc is not in his name, so...
Well, yeah,
Probably
but
more
he's a mix of a
King
lot of stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, even though Amalgam is the mix of 2 people, why not throw 4 into this character?
Well, we only have so many people that we can toss in. We might
It's
as
true.
well.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have a 1-to-1 ratio for everybody.
Yeah.
So not only is
I just wanted to point out, King Shark was invented in Superboy during the 90s.
Oh, okay.
so
well,
it would
then
be King Shark
it would
because
be
they're
King
trying to
Shark.
sell this character who would
Yeah.
eventually be awesome.
See, thank you.
Yeah.
There's a shark in the chicken coop. That's right.
That's what this book is. This book is a shark and the chicken.
Yes, it is. The chicken coop is our brains.
So who is Spider-Boy? He was created in a explosion that killed Peter Parker.
he's a clone.
He's a clone. He's still a clone
Of?
of I don't remember.
No, I don't think they tell us.
No, they don't. It's just and you're a clone. Like it's
Because
literally
at the
that
time,
ridiculous.
Spider-Man was a clone, and so was Superboy.
And so was Superboy. It was a
let's-
clone thing.
Put the clones together. That sounds fun.
And
But
his
Peter Parker was blown up in an
He's
experiment.
dead
Yes,
because
it
nobody
was-
likes Peter Parker.
Peter Parker's super soldier experiment
Right.
that got him killed, and it hit the chamber that Spider-Boy was in.
Yep, which I guess released him prematurely so that he wasn't fully aged, like in Superboy.
Yeah.
And General Thunderbolt Ross is his Uncle Ben character. He's Uncle Jen.
Yeah, that's right, Uncle Jen.
That is the level of
Creative effort that
Yes.
was that went into the
does
writing.
it sound like a thing that
Then it's in it.
then it's in it? Am I wrong, or is almost everything in here Marvel?
Right.
Because I was searching
No,
for
Tana Moon's in there.
Yeah.
Tana Moon's in there. That's one.
Well, Superboy only
And
had.
they mention the Daily Planet,
They do
do.
mention the
Because-
Daily Planet.
But isn't Jonah in charge?
and he's in charge of the Daily Bugle, and they're fighting at the Daily
You
Planet.
don't go to the Daily Planet
don't
or
merge
see
the-
anyone from the
No,
Daily
they don't
Planet.
become. It's not like it's Jonah White or
Yeah,
you know,
J. Perry White or
Yeah.
Perry J. Jameson,
no.
PJJ.
Yeah, PJJ or
It's just weird that they get the Fantastic Four in there who are not Spider-Man characters. But there's I'm pretty sure there's no DC characters outside of Superboy characters in the book.
And Sue Storm is just Sue Storm, agent of.
Agent of Shield.
Agent of
Well,
S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, she's not agent of something.
No, because
I was
they-
waiting for that. I'm
well,
like,
in the Amalgam
it's
universe-
all just mixing up Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't need DC for this except for just specifically
Spider-Boy.
Well, no, and they also mentioned Ray
Superboy
Palmer.
stuff.
Yeah.
Do they mention him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ray
he's-
Palmer said he's working with Hank Pym.
Okay.
And they're both
You didn't make Pim Palmer?
no.
No.
And Hank Pym's like, oh, you're thinking small, you gotta think big.
Right.
It's like, you used to think small!
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but now I'm
You're
giant.
giant man. You.
Yeah. So
But anyway, they give you a whole convoluted history.
they
about
give
who
you his
does-
backstory, and then he fights King Lizard.
Can we just very briefly touch on the fact that the reason that Thunderbolt Ross is in this is because he was apparently present when they were making the super soldier serum, which is
Yeah.
what they're trying to do is make a super soldier again.
Yes.
Yeah, for the
Even
Hulk.
though this
Yes.
is Spider-Boy.
Right.
Every panel that's in the book is telling you about other aspects of the universe
Yes.
that don't really necessarily relate to him.
It's
Well,
like
yeah.
they don't want to talk about him.
They're
No.
making elbow nudges and winks and shit.
Yeah.
The whole
That's-
thing is a joke.
Just start to finish, cover to cover, just look at what we were able to mix and match.
Right.
This is essentially a Mad Magazine or Cracked Magazine
Parody.
movie, but done a little better.
Than the cracked and mad jokes.
Yes.
Well, it's
There's
more,
some
it's more
stuff on
earnest.
Cracks that's way better than this.
That's true. But this is more earnest. I think it's trying a little harder to be fan servicey as opposed to just
it is very fan service.
not at the expense of these characters. It's not making fun of either universe. It's just
No.
having fun with both.
They're
of them.
just there. Hey, remember this? Hey, remember that?
Yeah.
Hey, oh, I referenced this name. So if you don't know all the names, it's just okay.
Yeah, well, hopefully Stan's credence does not apply that every comic is someone's first, because this would be
Oh, God.
a nightmare
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
navigate.
But
Yeah, no, this is not
if you
for-
understand anything about comic book tropes, this plays off of a lot of them.
that's true.
It does. Yeah. Oh, and Doc Ock is his friend.
Yep.
Or his Aunt May.
Or his sure.
Yeah, why not?
Well, that's
Or-
funny because they dated.
Or his Osborne before
right. Well, or is Octavius.
Or
because
his
it's him.
Octavius. Yeah.
And they allude to him being not a good guy. He has the potential to becoming a villain later, which is just he'd be Doc Ock then.
Yeah. That's it. That's
You know
the book.
what's frustrating about this book
Yeah.
is the beginning of this book treats it as though this is like an ongoing story and whatever,
Yes,
and it's
you jump into
cheesy
the
and
middle of it.
stupid as it is. I'm like, that's an interesting concept, and they're giving all these plot points that will not be resolved obviously ever because this isn't going to continue.
Right.
But then it immediately shifts into oh wait, we have to establish all this shit.
Right. Oh crap! I
Yes.
can't just reference stuff. I gotta actually set it all up. But
Yeah,
Whoops.
it's funny because it literally references books that don't exist.
Yeah,
It has
which-
a footnote.
It's
as
literally
if you just jumped into the
Yeah.
middle of the
Yeah.
story. And then it's oh, but here's
this
his
book
origin
is
again.
3 different books all at one
it's
time.
like
It's very
Carl
tongue-in-cheek.
Kessel is using this as a critique of in continuity comics, where he's like,
Yeah.
if you're a new reader, you don't know what the hell's happening.
No, I don't. I think literally he wanted to do something fun in the beginning, and then it was I do have to tell.
And
the
it got
origin.
away from him.
And I got to tell the origin somehow in here, and then I'll just wrap it up like I
Yeah.
I want to believe that it actually is that it is an attempt to say to both publishers, you need to be careful about how new reader friendly you are.
If you want to have an inside what you think happened behind the scenes, I think it's almost like he had a bet with all the other creators that he could put more references per
Yep.
page.
Than anybody else.
Because it's
Yeah.
nonstop.
Well, you win, Carl.
Yeah.
By the way, this is also tragically drawn by Mike Wieringo, who I love.
Yeah. It
But
looks
yeah, and it's just
pretty fun.
but he's just to draw so much crap.
There is a lot
I
of
did
crap.
not like
there's,
the art.
There's no moment that stands out.
No, there's nothing that looks really good, but it also doesn't look really bad.
I don't
Well,
think
it
the colors
services the
help
story.
it.
The
I just
colors do
was
not. I
not.
think he's-
You know,
I
the
think it's
colors
just-
are lazy.
I think it's just he's
It looks-
working too much.
it
There's
looks-
too much crap to do.
it's very
The art
cartoony.
in this, and I think it probably is the coloring. Sorry, colorist. Looks like when they want to do one of those throwaway kids books,
Right,
or
right.
whatever. That's and I was like, that's a shame.
Yes.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Well, but that's like everything in this book is just like, whatever.
Whatever.
I'm not gonna bother with the story or good dialogue. Or...
Maybe they're essentially saying it doesn't matter.
Right, and like I get
Which
it,
it
but,
doesn't.
It doesn't because like unbeknownst to them, this would be like this is it.
This
like,
is the universe now.
Like this is the universe, and also like this is gonna be one of the last times this is ever gonna happen.
Yes.
And unbeknownst to them, it'll influence this show.
Thanks.
Right?
Which
Years
will
later.
influence millions.
Thanks, Carl.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah. Well, it literally says on the cover, because you demanded it, a new comic featuring the awesome Rat Kid. It's almost like they didn't even want to do it. Like, well, it's like this show. Like, well, you guys
Well, you
voted,
wanted
and
it.
these are the friggin' things, so I guess we'll do it.
Yeah, it's actually fitting that
You
that
get
they,
what you
that
asked
you
for.
selected this book for this
Yeah.
episode.
Damn it.
Well, moving on. That's Spider-Boy. Stiff competition.
Yeah.
So this is Liefeld's genuine, earnest attempt
Yep.
at giving you
It's important.
the definitive Captain America for a new age. Whole new ballgame.
Yep.
No continuity established. This is it. And as far as they're concerned, the Captain America that will continue forever.
Yeah. So this is a Captain America who basically has no memory. He has a supposed life with Peggy Rogers. He's got a son. He works at a factory.
American dream.
It's a factory
Living
worker. He lives in a really big house on a factory worker's salary.
Well, because it's all fake anyway, so why not?
Yeah.
Well, it's
don't
middle
know
America,
it
you
in
know,
this
cheap
issue.
You
land.
said it was a dream.
No. Like,
Well, at this point in the book, you don't know it. You're
It
starting
was a
when
dream?
you're
Alright,
when
sorry.
you're reading these pages that
Yeah.
we're covering right now. You don't.
Right,
you
right.
have no idea what's going on. No, he starts off with the dream where he dreams of being Captain America in the
Yeah.
war, and then like he goes to work, and then like he's picked up by his buddy Nathan, who like, you know, they're just driving over there. It's like there's a dude creepily watching him who's just like, ooh,
Yeah.
it's Cap.
The book is
The book is basically like
Total Recall.
it.
It is Total Recall. He works at a construction job.
Yeah.
He's way too big and bulky to
be doing that?
To be doing that.
He doesn't work at a construction job. He works at a
It was
factory.
a factory.
Well, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
He works on a line basically doing
Yeah,
factory.
maybe it's a physical
Well,
factory job. He's got to lift.
He has a shorter, older plant who's his friend.
Yeah.
Who has to call the company to make sure that he's still playing by the rules.
His wife is not
Yeah.
fake.
No, she is. What?
I don't remember. I didn't.
They don't tell you
I
in
never
this
read
book.
issue
We
2,
don't
so I have
know.
no idea.
We literally have no
Yeah.
idea. But like basically, he's being everybody's like, oh, it's obviously Steve Rogers. Like, there's no doubt in your mind, the
Yeah.
reader, that this is Steve Rogers. And I don't think that Liefeld meant for you to.
To put that together?
No. I don't think that Liefeld meant for you to not think it was Steve Rogers.
Oh,
It's more or
alright.
less like, why doesn't he know what the
Yeah.
hell's happening? I don't
Right.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The backdrop for the whole book is that like there is a like new like order out there called like.
Not sure.
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm just.
I think it's the World Party, but there's something with new and you in it. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's Curse the Spawn.
You're a new you.
Thank you.
It's it's just the
Yeah, I think it's
World
just
Party.
the World Party.
Yeah, and like they have rallies and they're scum. They're Nazis. They're
Nazis,
neo-Nazis.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like there's no.
They're like hiding as like a gang.
yeah, but they are and they aren't. Like literally, there's like a dude who's just like, "Yep, that's right. Like I was the pride of the Aryan race," and I'm like,
I'm literally from
I'm
Nazi
Alexander the Great.
Germany.
okay, you literally like this is like more like this is nail on the head. Like
Oh yeah.
without having to put any of that, I've already pieced that together, Rob. Like this guy is an asshole.
like,
No,
he
hey, I've
has a
got some more
swastika
words for
behind
this.
him.
He
Yeah.
looks like Cable as a Nazi. He has the same placement for the X logos that Cable normally would, but they're Nazi
No, they're a little
swastikas instead.
higher up. They're on his pauldrons. So regardless, like he's just like, he's waxing like nostalgic about like what it was like living in the time of Hitler.
Yeah.
Yep.
How great it was.
Yeah, but he's got to go to a rally because like he's like the poster boy for this party, and there's like someone else behind the scenes. Oh, who could it be? How could they?
Yeah, how could you be alive?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. He goes to the rally. There's people there. They're like, "Woo, this is awesome!" Basically, he
We're
gives like the
all
rhetoric.
about
Being
Nazis.
Nazis.
Yeah, he gives like the Nazi rhetoric. So it's like,
Yep.
you know, okay, like you got a bad time. I'm going to tell you who's to blame, and it's
Yep.
these people. And they're
Yep.
like, that's awesome. I'm like, where are you going with this? Other than like just to prove you're a dick and like because like Captain America punches Nazis.
Yes.
We can't have him punch, anyone else.
Right?
No.
Well,
It can't be like the Klan.
No.
It's a new age for Captain America, and he's fighting new Nazis.
Right, new Nazis.
They're coming back,
Yep.
and he's here to stop them.
Yeah, there's like Special Agent Shunt. His name's Hunt, but where the S is placed makes it Shunt. Is like has infiltrated these rallies, which I'm like, you can't infiltrate a rally. You either go to the rally or you don't go to the rally.
The door's open.
Is it
Well,
invitation only?
I think he infiltrated the whole organization. He travels with them, I guess.
Because he's like just in the rally crowd.
Right, and then he just leaves.
yeah, and then he leaves and he goes.
And he like finds nukes and like there's like literally a castle. Like these people aren't from here, but somehow they're having this rally at a castle.
But they're in Philadelphia. The rally's in Philadelphia, so
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
Maybe it's a church.
It's a giant church.
It's the Castle Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
He's
but
in
they
the
have
catacombs under the church.
Yeah.
they just have
As American churches have.
Naturally.
a stack of nuclear missiles.
Yeah,
Over on the side.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't call it a stack. It's a cluster. I think nukes cluster.
Yeah,
you
'cause
normally
they're-
wanna keep
they're
them all together.
vertical. They're not laying down.
Yeah.
but
No,
they
but,
are right next to each other. There's no space
Presumably, I would not be surprised if they are on like their own launch pad, like that they, even
sure.
despite the fact that they are all
way
like
too close.
bunched together and that they're just
Well,
in
it's just
a
easier to
storage.
draw them.
And they look like
Oh,
and they look like crayons.
That's what I'm looking to do.
They do look like crayons.
But then like Hunt sees someone. It's like, oh, he's like, you're alive, and I'm like, oh, so it's Red Skull.
Red Skull.
Okay.
He's got a
Red-
crackly
yeah, it's got
voice.
Red
Yeah,
Skull.
it's Red Skull. Yeah.
Whatever, cool, whatever. And then like
Makes no appearance in this issue. But
No, but
Steve spends the rest of the book up until the fight being upset because he's been having these crazy dreams, and now he's lying to Peggy. He never lies to Peggy, and he told her that he was going to the store, and he's, I need to clear my head. And I'm like, that
Just
was
say
your
you
lie?
have to do that. What a
That was your
bastard.
lie? He's,
Yeah.
oh, I haven't told her about my dreams. I told my coworkers about them.
It's
but
a
not my
live
wife.
omission.
But not my wife.
what kind of person am I?
I'm a jerk.
What?
So that guy who was like staring at him, like,
Yeah,
comes
with
up
the skull
to him
eyes or whatever.
with
was
his
that?
like crazy eyes,
Ghost eyes.
and like he's just like, hey, Cap. And then like this guy proceeds to change in height depending on the scene
Yes.
that we're in because
Is that the guy or is that Cap that changes?
no, Steve is like
Steve's tall.
Steve's a monster in terms of height, but like this dude,
He
like
fluctuates.
You never know how. Like sometimes he's like up to his chest, and then sometimes he's like up to his belt buckle in a later scene, or I'm just like,
And then sometimes he's the size
See?
of like a giant
Yeah,
car.
that panel is insane.
Sometimes his hands eclipse a shield
Yeah.
where it looks like a little toy.
Exactly.
And other times it's real size.
Now,
Yeah.
that means he's definitely fluctuating in size because like it can't be the shield. The shield's made of
so he's a
stone.
goblin, right?
Yeah, he's a
they're all
goblin.
goblins. So anyway, like basically this dude has like held onto this shield and or he found it like
Yeah, he
post
had
the
to hunt it
war.
down.
Like,
He
it was-
stole that thing. He saw it on display and he stole
Well, yeah, but he
Well,
stole
yes.
it from like a
somebody else
castle
stole it
outside of
first.
East Berlin. Like
Yeah.
it's like this is not where this should be. I'm taking it.
Yep.
And he gives it, and he's like, I'm not who you think I am. I don't know what you're talking about. He gives him the shield, and then like a bunch of Spider-Man guards show up and attack the facility that they're in. This like
I think it's his house, right?
it's a rundown home
Yes.
that, when destroyed, has the rubble of a skyscraper.
Yes.
It's just concrete everywhere.
Yep.
Yes.
and rebar and all this
Yeah,
shit.
it's hard to draw like
It's
wood.
just
Yeah.
it's just
Rocks.
concrete and rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just texture.
They were looking for that guy as well because they wanted the shield. This like world party, they want the shield as well.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because Red Skull owns
Yeah,
it,
Red
obviously.
Skull.
I mean,
But why does he want
Clearly, like they're
It's a
behind
trophy.
Captain America's
Guess it's a
amnesia.
trophy.
You know, it's kind of like Old Man Logan, where he's just, he wants to wear
Yeah, he wants to keep it. Like
So-
as a
the helmet of Captain America.
right.
So then Cap shows up in a panel. I've got to turn, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Hey," fights them. He just fights them.
Yeah,
All that
and I
matters
guess
is
he
fights
remembers
them.
who he is.
No, I think it's like muscle memory because after he's done, he's like, "What?" And then he talks to the old man.
Yeah,
He's like, "Oh, avenge
after
you,
he
random
poses
guy."
with his super sharp knees, he's just like, "Oh, right, that guy," and he goes to get him, and that guy's somehow still alive.
Well,
Yeah.
he's only like there's no visible damage on him.
No, he was just crushed.
But, like, the whole
he's-
building
he's
is-
like, but he's also like above the ground already. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Did he
Well, who
crawl
dug
out
him
of it?
out?
Well, he must have dug
He
himself.
dug himself
dug
out
himself.
and then died.
Yeah.
and so he's just like, yeah. Anyway, you know what needs to be done. Anyway, they're gonna go get your wife and kids. Bye.
What?
Yeah. They know where your wife and kids are. Why didn't we go there first?
Right.
Yeah.
If you knew that,
Yeah.
Right.
And
why
then,
didn't you take me right home?
And then we see the most horrifying image of Captain America I've ever seen in
Yeah.
my life. And
He's
then
mad.
the
No,
end of
he's
the-
Red Skull.
And then the end of the book is like, oh, hey, wait, hang on. Let's try to tie this together for you a little bit more. Nick Fury is involved, of course. Sharon Carter looks like Barbie. And they're basically like, oh, the Patriot's awake. Oh, crap. And like Fury's like, this time it's going to be different.
The Patriot has awoken.
Yeah. Great stuff.
So why this is in the wrong box is the art.
The
It's
art.
just, well, and the story is insipid and
The story is
and
insipid.
cliche.
It is cliche, and like, you know what though? Rereading it right now,
Yeah.
like there are elements to it that I'm like, that is what Captain America fights for. Like literally
Yes.
preventing this douche from like spreading these lies about like who's to blame for your lot in life. Dude, you're to blame for your own lot in
Right.
life.
Yeah.
Like I was like, you know what? I give you a pass there. That is hokey and whatever. And sometimes Captain America is hokey and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This book is
Horrible looking.
horrific looking.
It's really bad.
Yeah. It's inexcusable. If like I can imagine Marvel getting the pages back and being like, oh, we can't publish this.
It's like this. I know Liefeld gets made fun of for feet, but like
It's
the
low-hanging
noses,
fruit.
Noses are horrible.
the noses,
Noses,
Faces,
the facial
his
structure.
face.
The amount of veins on people.
Yes.
Yeah.
they like there are inconsistencies throughout the book.
Yeah.
Like he's in his living room and like he's having a dream, and then we see the living room again, and
Just a
like
big empty room.
There's no like I'm like, all right, fine, maybe you're doing something. It's like a play almost, but like there's a rug, right? And there are rug in other sequences or in other panels. There's no rug here now. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
you're the
It's
guy drawing it.
it's stylistic choices because like in that one panel, like that rug is important for what's happening, but then in the next panel we need to be
Right.
empty.
Also, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that Bucky is a chick now. Her name's Ricky Barnes.
She was never from the past.
Yeah, she's suspiciously like Carrie Kelly.
And she doesn't
Yes.
know who
And, like-
Steve is.
And like Captain America's returning,
Yeah. Yeah. And he's huge. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just
and he's gonna punch fascists.
He's gonna. Yep.
And there's like her brother's a gang member.
yes. And that gang is very mutants-esque and they're like
Yeah.
horrible.
Well, one of the
street
guys
tone.
is a literal monster. Like he's just his size is impossible for
Yes.
a human to be.
Yep.
Yep.
Which is like, am I supposed to think that he's like a mutant? Because
No.
she's
Like,
not reacting to
His
him that
name
way.
is Lunk.
Yeah, he's pre-desiccator.
Yeah.
But
It's
then like
similar in size to the
like-
desiccator.
Yeah, no.
Liefeld has
Selective-
never seen a face in front
oh
of
my
him.
God.
Yeah.
They all have this like
This
Pinching-
furrowed,
No,
thing
I mean
happening.
this, where
just
it's
the way
like
the face is structured.
his face here is not that wide. What happened? It's the same
Why did
thing.
it
It's the same thing
change?
with the last. His face, like the
No.
proportion and width is all off. It's like
Yeah.
Look at how much space is
It's a
between those
nightmare.
eyes.
I
You know
just-
he never got any formal training. Can you believe that? All
also
self-taught.
like where did his upper lip go?
oh, the lips are non-existent.
Well, it's just it's selective. It's like, listen, you're not always gonna draw fingernails and stuff. Come on.
What, I gotta draw lips on every face?
Did
If you want it to look like a face.
Did you establish that they have them?
Right. If they don't have face.
No, in this universe there are no lips.
Yeah, and the shield size fluctuation, the man's size, like
The laziness of those nuclear missiles.
it's just not even a like. It's
I
supposed to
could
be
draw
a,
those.
The laziness of like we need to put the whole face in shadow because I don't want to draw the noses.
I'm
in.
Yeah, I
so
don't wanna
sick of
draw
drawing
another
those
face.
noses. Every time I do, I feel bad about myself. What if I just
You should.
make it dark?
Yeah, you took this massive contract to reinvigorate Captain America, and you're already doubting yourself, and like you can't hack it.
No, I can't.
The irony is that like
Carrie
she's,
looks okay.
She's
She
looks
okay.
okay.
I mean, Bucky.
Ricky.
Ricky.
She looks like Janine.
Yeah.
She does look like Janine. Yeah. I love.
She's got reading
these
glasses
Nazi
on.
faces
I love their helmets
and the helmet.
because like what helmets are those?
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
That's the helmet from like a World War II bomber, where it's just like it's a little
It's like
skull
leather.
cap kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's not leather.
It's not even metal, but it is shaped like those.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess we should also talk a little bit about the design for Captain America because it's a revamp. Everything is exactly the same, but Liefeld thought the A was dumb, so he replaced it with the eagle.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, on his
Oh, and this
forehead.
helmet. Okay. Yeah.
So he's Wonder Woman.
It's
Essentially,
kind
yeah.
of like what
No, I mean like he can have the eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our bird.
It's just, I'm so thankful he did it because now anytime you see it, I know exactly what it is. Like even if anybody else draws it, you're like, oh, you're making that reference. It's horrible.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, hang on. I also this like
broke you?
love it broke me and I love this panel so much
There's
right
a lot.
here.
There's a lot happening.
Yeah.
Well, it's like everyone has to be first of all. No, we can just stand still. Everyone's got to be
In motion.
Yeah.
except for here.
Part of the charm of
He's-
Image's
Yep.
look.
He's in motion. He
Look
has
at this great
He has a
perspective here
bad
with
rock.
foot coming
That
out.
boy is Bad Rock.
Hang on. Where is Captain America's other foot? I think I mentioned this last time.
Yes,
Right, it's
you
just gone.
did. It just disappears behind
just
I
your
forgot.
body.
So most of these books, I completely expunged from my memory, and so
Yeah.
going through this, I was like,
Yep.
"Oh my god!"
I remember when I got to this panel, I'm like, oh yeah, this is where Tiffany pointed out his leg
I just
disappeared.
where did it go? Wait, is it in another universe?
I mean, like, here's the thing. You
He's
have to understand.
holding his leg up and his knee is bent, so his leg
So it's
is going
behind him.
backward.
Tiffany, his leg goes where his lips go later on.
Yes.
Yeah, where does
Yeah.
a wish go when you've made it? Liefeld was a millionaire at this point, and that he was buying like Ferraris and doing quite well for himself. And he was selectively not drawing things and just being like, fuck it. Like, the dude was being told on a regular basis by millions of people he could do nothing wrong.
Right.
And then Marvel, hat in hand, was like, could you draw our Captain America for us, please? And he's like,
Is this the same time that they got Jim Lee to redesign the Fantastic Four?
Yes.
And like I've seen like some of his preliminary sketches, and I really like them.
yes. Well, it's Jim freaking Lee.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's apples and oranges when you put them together.
Yes.
Or, apples and like, garbage.
And shoes,
Apples and shoes.
except he's never seen those.
Because he doesn't know what that looks like, so, it's a disaster.
It's a complete
I-
disaster.
It's
Except in that one page.
failure.
It hurts to like look at this, to look at the way he draws certain individuals in
Yep.
this.
Well, and like, what's amazing is also like, okay, people. Okay, you can't do people. I got that. There are a lot of comics I
no
have.
problem.
But I just wanted
but-
to point
Yeah.
out he
has
has
an
a
upper
lip.
lip.
Oh, he does have a lip.
What the hell happened to the lip?
Well, his mouth isn't open.
Well, he's not Captain America yet.
There's a slight
See,
lip here.
here he starts to open it, and he's drawn the lips, but they're not right.
You know, you smile like this.
Yeah, you nailed it. That's exactly the face.
That's the face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do
because
that
you're getting all
again.
the lines in the
That
nose.
looks awesome.
Do I look pretty?
You look awesome.
Yeah,
you look like $1 million.
You look like you're pissed off, whichever one in this book is.
I'm supposed to be
You
happy.
can't even do the characters, but the backgrounds are so
nothing happening.
bland.
Yeah.
Like, either they don't exist,
Yep,
or
it's
they're
just big white
horribly
space.
boring. I was thinking about like The Drive, where it's just like it's just ugly, muted colors.
Right.
Well, that's
Well,
morning,
and
Sal.
nothing. It's just
Yeah,
there's
hang on. I'm sorry. Is
Since you got
morning
your
at
shapes.
like 5 in the afternoon?
13 issues?
yep,
Okay.
Unlucky.
foreboding.
That is too many.
Right?
yeah.
He couldn't
Well,
he couldn't
three
even
is
pull
too
off
many.
one.
Yeah.
I'm imagining by the end they were all in white voids.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just-
floating in space. He's
Yeah.
like, how many? Can they go to the negative zone? So,
Because that would help me a lot.
Curse of the Spawn is written by Alan McElroy with art by Dwayne Turner. We've talked about this ad nauseum. I feel like we should all share in the wealth for Curse of the Spawn, but the story is nothing. It's the apocalypse.
Yeah.
The story is
is-
it's the apocalypse.
I'm going to describe the apocalypse for you.
The story is
excruciating, juvenile, adolescent detail.
500 years into the apocalypse.
Right.
Yeah, there's still somehow people alive.
I would say the story
There's no water.
is a series of, those like Orson Wellesian style documentaries. Like,
Yes.
let me show you, like, over here. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you like to see what the world would be like? in
No,
500
no,
years?
no. Because like literally how they like introduce
The world?
certain sections of this
Yes.
is like this was easier digitally. Like in a world of flame and wreckage, and it's like over here. Let me show you the blood lakes
yes.
where they boil endlessly, and pus flows from their shores on the daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you come over here to
And
the
now let's
pain
go over
field,
Now
Yeah.
come to the, yeah.
Wait, where am I going?
Shut up, Dr. Seuss.
It all looks the same. Like when we go to the Vatican, it's like, is this? And this is the anti-Vatican. It's not even the Vatican. It's
Right.
like, and
It
it's
is
like,
5 times as big as the Vatican.
but
But,
and
like,
it is where the Vatican
is it in Vatican City or is it in New York where it's like the new Vatican? Like where is this?
Yeah.
Earth.
Right. Technically Earth, although
The
I'm
apocalypse.
so it's the
And Earth.
It's the apocalypse.
Here's
the
a
world
guy
sucks.
who lives here.
That's the anti-pope.
Yeah.
Right.
And
but
like it,
is it also the moon?
No, the moon is a separate
So-
place.
the moon is a separate place, which also has demons on it.
Question
Does it?
I think
about-
so.
I don't know if it does, because I think that's how there's any people.
question to the religion individuals.
Sure.
If
No.
None of it.
if
No one here has any faith.
No. If demons are already crawling around on the earth and clearly
Oh, the people left behind?
where they're all like doing that, why is the anti-pope there? Isn't the pope supposed to be like the conduit through which God tells...
Right, like we don't have angels running around like who make the Pope irrelevant. Why is like the
what's the point of the
well,
anti-pope?
Who is the anti-pope? I don't
dude.
know.
No, like, what is his what is
he's
his
a reference
purpose?
to the Antichrist?
Yeah, it's just like they
think
all have.
That's what he's supposed to kind of be.
Well, no, but what's his job? Like, what's he supposed to be doing?
He's like the Pope, but a bad
But
guy.
I know what
If the Pope worked for Satan,
But I know what
instead of-
Satan's will is. He's surrounded by his agents.
There's demons everywhere.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
know
also
what-
the anti-Pope.
I guess
But
like,
there's-
the idea is that like with
There's still a hell.
right. Like,
And
where
it's
am I
not
gonna,
here.
Yeah, what am I gonna go to? But like, here's the
I
thing.
think the anti-Pope is leading the people, because there's a human who's his cardinal, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think there are humans who are like worshiping Satan,
Right.
maybe, who live in the Vatican.
Yes.
And so like they're their own like thing.
Right.
And they are like reveling in the apocalypse which has come.
I
Yeah.
mean, maybe, but
That's
at the
my
same,
guess,
At
but
the
I
same
can't
time,
really tell.
the anti-pope is having like sacrifices for the demons. Like they
Yes.
come and they take their
and
like
he like
daily
knows them
fill.
and they have friends
Yeah.
and names. The thing is, I think that with the regular Pope, there's like subtlety because God doesn't literally like show up and send angels to like reality. So like
Right.
you have to take it on faith that the Pope can talk to God.
Yeah.
Maybe the
In this, it's
anti-pope-
anti. So
Maybe
like
he's
we
just-
know they're Satan, but there's still a Pope.
Maybe he's just there to demoralize them. He's like, haha, look at me in my stupid hat.
Right.
That still has a cross on it.
I mean, here's the thing.
Not an
We've-
upside down cross.
No.
A regular
Yeah,
cross.
I was shocked
Yeah.
that the cross isn't upside down, or that at least that Jesus
How'd he
is
miss
upside
that?
How'd you
How-
screw that up?
Yeah. Here's the thing. We
Maybe
have
that's the
thought about it.
anti-pope's little joke.
Yeah, maybe it's that he's the anti-pope because
He's like, look at it. Oh, I bet you wish he'd show up and help you.
Well, there isn't a pope. There isn't an anti-pope. There's just a jerk, and he's wearing the pope's stuff.
I'm wearing
Yes.
a cross, but to hell, which is below us, it looks upside down.
Yeah.
The person who created this didn't think about it
At all.
at all.
No.
We've thought about it so much more than this person did.
We know. Well, we know
Well,
that they
because
did
it's
think
like,
about it.
well, because when you read it, it doesn't make any sense. So clearly there must be some sort of subtext, right?
Right. No.
I mean, they
there's
are
none.
building a world,
Yes, they're setting it up, and
but I don't know that
But-
there's any like
But 9 times out of 10, do you actually understand what they're telling you?
No.
Because there are straight up like narrative panels here that I read and reread, and I was like, I have to let this go.
Yeah, they don't
because
actually
I
mean
don't
anything.
know
They-
what he's
they
trying
are
to
just
do.
words.
leading to a world wherein humans live on the moon
yes.
and have
Yes.
been on the moon.
For what? For a while.
And I guess the apocalypse is happening on Earth. And to the extent that there is any resistance, I believe it comes from the moon.
Okay.
And that's where people can live and not.
Be killed by demons.
Yeah.
Because
and
the
that's
late-
like the last.
That is not what I got
That
at
is
all.
not what I get out of
Because
this
they have
either.
the suborbital fighter that comes down
They
from
do.
the moon.
Well, they do.
Well,
And they lived on the moon.
Yes.
And it was just like a normal life, apparently. And
Yeah.
that was less than 500 years ago.
right.
the
Because
character-
Daniel's sister is still alive and as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was on the moon.
Yes.
He was on the moon.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
they
now
must
he's
have
not on the moon.
maybe
And
like
she's not on the moon either, so something happened
Yeah,
to
maybe
bring
they
her
got,
to
like-
Earth.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm like,
I'm not sure why you'd ever come
Could be
to
like
Earth
Battle
if it's
Angel
like
where they
this.
send you to the moon if like you do something if they send you to Earth if you do something wrong or something like that.
I
It's-
kind of
that
assume
part
that
I
the
don't
moon is
know.
also just.
See, yeah, I didn't really understand whether the universe is ruined or whether it's just Earth, because you know that there are aliens in the Spawn universe, but like you know that McFarlane didn't have anything to do with the development
There
of this.
must be parts of Earth that aren't ruined because there is like a resistance in that there are tanks that a
Right.
soldier is in.
And there are human beings who are still alive and they don't look emaciated. Like,
Yeah, so I'm guessing like maybe in issue 2 or 3 you get to see like the wall
Okay, I
behind
have
which
no.
humans.
I've read issue 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Of which that encompasses the entire universe.
Right, it only
After-
gets to issue 4.
After issue 4, it goes to a Sam and Twitch story.
And so is
No.
no
The world is just overrun.
They team up with like a group of freedom fighters who are like, "You're jerks, go away." Like they want the boy, they don't want us. Like they're hiding and like they're freedom fighters in as much as they have guns and they are not demons, and so we have to assume that they are like fighting against the demons.
Okay.
But like they're just hiding.
So where did the soldier and the tank come from?
We
that
don't.
We, see
They,
in there?
we don't know.
From nowhere.
Nowhere.
It was the last one.
Yes. Yeah. It's the last one ever in 500 years.
But there's like 2 of them.
right. But like
There are 2 of them
Are
in
you
that
shitting?
panel.
So like. But anyway, the story
By the way,
is.
that wasn't my issue. Was like the way in which he describes things at times.
Yes.
That's when I was
Like,
like,
just words
I
don't
have
mean
to, I have
anything.
to move on because
Yeah.
you're not using the words the way I think you should be using the words.
Yeah.
And you're not describing anything that's going to matter.
What are you, a word Nazi? I can't use words in my own free way?
Well, only if you want me to understand what you're saying.
Well, I don't really, because then you'll start having all these like questions that I can't.
I already
answer.
have them.
I want to be very, very descriptive.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. But about
like very.
Yeah.
Descriptive.
Like I'm writing poetry in high school.
But
Like,
You understand?
without
You understand how
revealing
dark
what's
my
actually
soul
happening.
is, and like the music that I listen
I
to.
just want to convey a feeling, though. I don't want to actually convey what's literally happening.
No.
Because nothing's happening.
But if McElroy were anything like James Joyce, who like deliberately writes to make you feel like you're going insane, like that would be something. But
Right.
you know
They're
McElroy
not
is
trying to
not
do that.
doing
No.
that. Like he's not like,
No.
I'll write it so like elusively that it'll make you feel like you're going crazy.
Right.
Because it's like
No, he thinks he
it's
knows.
so
He thinks he's
bleak.
conveying thoughts here.
Yeah, because the whole universe is bleak and
Yeah.
horrible and dark and like there's no respite.
There's nothing
no
but
break.
pain and awfulness.
There's no
Yeah.
break. There's nothing to augment you so that you can actually like understand how crazy and horrible and disgusting this world is.
And there
So
is
it's
no
just-
winning.
Yeah, and there's no winning. It's so futile. There's no point. Like,
why am I even bothering
Why
reading
bother?
this?
The whole world is like this, and yet Malbolgia is still making deals and whipping up spawns.
Right.
Why?
Also, like, it's 500 years, and you somehow haven't run out of humans, and you don't seem to be
Yeah.
farming them.
Right. There's no.
What have you been doing?
There's no killing fields. There's nothing.
That's where I assumed like there has to be like a city that's left somewhere.
Yeah, but
that
we
humans
never
are-
see it.
That
they've
they
been
can't
pushed-
seize.
They've been
I
pushed
think
back
they just
to
didn't
this.
think
They just
that-
didn't think about it.
They forgot that they put 500 years.
The fact is,
And,
Yeah, well, 500 years sounds like a lot. That sounds like, oh, it's a 1,000-year apocalypse, and we're halfway
through. It's only it's
Yeah,
only
but
get worse
how
from
is
here.
anyone still alive?
No,
I
but
don't
there's
know.
no
I don't know,
freaking
who
way.
cares?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care.
yeah.
This
but
is
look how awesome
No.
it is.
No.
Look, there's-
This
you
is
got
why it
Abaddon.
exists.
Yeah.
You got the Desiccator.
Don't
We need to
forget-
make figures.
You got the Anti-Pope.
I so forgot about everything in this. I forgot about my favorite descriptive term in this.
What's that?
The voices of his screeling tendrils are like jagged knives scraping slowly across dried femurs.
Like, how do you know the
Specifically
sound that femur bones make?
He was have
Okay,
ears like
okay.
eagle. Tell me the sound of knives scraping across femur.
Dry femurs. It's very different than scraping across wet femurs.
That's true. That is very.
Just have to
I
say
knew that was dry femur.
Oh yeah, big dog. You're never wrong.
Yeah, that I was like, I read that. I was like, oh yeah, this is the femur book.
Yep, the femur. Yeah, I remembered that as well when
Yeah.
I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's right. Femurs.
The conceit is
Not ulnas or tibias.
nope.
Nope,
Or scapulas.
not your ribs or skulls.
or skulls.
Which would be
I
the
already
go-to.
mentioned skulls. I got to pick
Skulls
a new
are
bone.
ubiquitous in this book.
Well,
So-
then why does he have all these skulls? Shouldn't he be holding some femurs if we're so in love with femurs?
Right.
What's a bone that
That's
people
the
know
desiccator,
that's not a
Tiffany.
Yeah, he's-
skull?
That's not Abaddon.
Yeah, Abaddon plays the femur. Desiccator fires a machine gun.
I beg your pardon.
No,
it is
I'm
not a machine gun.
No, it is
I'm sure
specifically
it's some other fucking
referenced.
thing.
It has a name. It has a
What is that?
A caliber and a type. A PB
Oh, that's
X
right.
40
Psi
CN something.
Yeah.
It's here. It's
Yeah, the
a
blast
a
from his-
blast from Desiccator's PVA 44 slash.
014S.
My God.
Psi pulse
Why are
cannon.
there so many letters?
Yeah. Anyway, Daniel
Because
Alonso.
that way,
is
when
the-
you get the figure, you can point people to the detail.
I'm
Fire.
sorry. What
Fire again?
company?
just push the little trigger on the right, on his on directly the.
Oh, on the gun itself?
Hang on, I gotta find the gun.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Whoa.
Worth every penny.
I was blown away by that.
Yes.
And if I were standing in front of it, I would have also been blown away by
Beautiful.
that.
If
Yes,
it has
you can
that
slice
level
to
of
ribbons.
specification,
Right.
with it has all those letters and numbers and
Uh-huh.
stuff, who's manufacturing it? Is it hell?
Right?
The anti-pope.
Oh, yeah.
The-
Do they have like subcontractors where like they have to go around to different conventions and buy weapons
Why
from
do I
different
need
people
to
making
know
them?
what it's called?
Maybe he stole it from human. Maybe humans built it and he like just grabbed it and just shoved it on his arm.
Right?
So is this the tech element to this kind of baffles me.
Yeah. Well, because
I mean,
it's
among all the
cool.
other
Telltale.
bafflement.
It's like Doom.
Yeah.
You know Doom?
Yeah.
They have like ray
That's
guns
sold
and stuff.
like crazy.
Yeah, is that
Where
why?
did those demons
is that
get
why
their
there's people on the moon?
Yes.
Because they didn't want to use Mars.
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly why.
Because space and hell combined is fun and cool.
Yep. So Daniel
Well,
Alonso
if-
is Spawn. He resurrects, and then he saves his sister and her son.
We don't know it's his sister.
He says it's his sister at the end of the book.
No,
So
he says you're.
Yeah, he doesn't specifically
Say it's her.
say it's
He
her.
alludes
You
to
have
it.
to infer that it's her.
Yeah.
Because he knows her and he talks about a experience that involved his sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, so
I
there's,
love that last panel.
what have I done?
The memory's the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's.
I saved you! Oh, what a horrible mistake!
Well, no, I think it's what have I done? I guess what have I done? The deal
Warrant-
I made.
Yes, the deal is the thing he's.
I shouldn't have made it.
And by the way, he went to
I
hell
should have
because
let
he
you
killed
die
his
by the
abusive father.
desiccator?
Yeah. No, it's why am I here?
Yeah,
Like,
he thought he was gonna, I think, come back at a different point in time. And he
Yes.
got put so far in the future that his sister is grown. I
Yes,
think,
I think
but
that's
I'm
it.
again inferring that.
Yeah, you have to.
Because
you
it's
have
not
to.
stated.
No.
I love that this is the second time we've all read this, and we still are not
100%.
100% as to what is happening.
I think it just ripped off the original Spawn thing where it's just like, I loved you, you're my wife. You have a kid?
Right. No.
With who?
That could be.
It's not though. It's a sister.
Yeah, but that's only because you know that. Because I remember when I read it the first
Oh, yeah,
time,
you
I
thought it
thought
was
it
his
was
wife.
his wife
But, like,
as
that's the thing
well
is that,
because
like,
I was playing on the
it's-
original Spawn, but you said it was his sister.
You're supposed to think that, like, not that you're supposed to think it's his wife, but like we're playing with the visuals, like the
Yes.
iconic nature of Spawn.
Right.
Woman who's the reason the deal happened. Child didn't know existed. Lamenting a deal made by, like, without withholding
with the devil,
information,
yeah.
missing memories, and a
yes.
dope suit. Except it's not. There's no way the Curse of Spawn suit is anywhere near as cool as Spawn's costume.
Look at my cool skull face.
Like, why does he even have that? The suit is established in Spawn's
No,
continuity.
every
written-
Spawn suit is different.
It is not. Because in the issue, and it's written by Alan Moore,
Oh, doesn't
by
the-
the way, that sets up the suits.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's an army of them.
There's an army of them, and they all look exactly the same.
Well, but doesn't Dark Age Spawn have his own
Dark
suit?
Age Spawn does, as does Medieval Spawn. But in Alan Moore's issue of Spawn,
Yeah,
they're
well,
all
screw that.
the
I
same.
don't give a crap about that. I
No.
want them to look different so
You
I
know-
can sell more toys.
That's exactly why. That's why
Screw
Medieval
you,
Spawn
Alan
looks
Moore.
different.
You tried to ruin it.
Yeah, you almost ruined it, but thankfully Neil Gaiman came in earlier with the Medieval Spawn, and Alan McElroy came back with the Curse of the Spawn.
So you're telling me that Danny Alonso
Yes.
got his soul stained by killing his dad to
Yes.
protect his family,
Right.
Yes.
and went to hell because of it.
Yes.
Yeah, he
And
killed.
apparently was so badass for that.
Right, that Malbolgia needed
Was
him.
like, oh, I'm gonna send you back as a spawn.
The world is a cinder run by demons. Like, what do you need a spawn for at all?
And
We're
he's
already winning.
He's just gonna come back and then fight your demons.
Right, they all do.
Yeah.
Are we
Well,
to,
'cause
are we to
Satan's
believe that
playing the long
Malbolgia
game.
isn't in charge and that's what the problem is?
I don't know, because only Malbolgia makes spawns.
Maybe not
Or
in this
maybe-
world.
Well,
This
you
is the same.
tell us. You read 3 more books.
Malbolgia is not in it.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
so who knows?
Yeah.
Can we also talk about the fact that this book does this thing where it's like constantly showing us new things because
Yes.
they're like building this world too rapidly.
Yes.
Yes.
And like not in the way
Yeah.
where they're confident that the world will explain itself.
Like
a
Batman
lot of-
Beyond,
Well,
like,
I guess
ooh.
a lot of sci-fi will do that where they're just like, listen, you're entering into this genre, and so
Yep.
like you're gonna have to take some things,
At face value.
yeah, or like just use the world around it to figure it out.
Yeah.
But like they introduced the zombies called necro soldiers,
Yes.
and then in the same page call them something else.
Yes. Yes.
Nightmares, which is
Nightmares.
what they will then call
Well,
them.
the regular, they're technically called necro soldiers, but though the regular people call them nightmares.
Yeah. That's like our slang for them.
Yeah.
They're
Except
nightmares.
there's nothing in this universe that isn't a nightmare.
But like, who are you talking to? You're talking to me.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm a
need
regular
to-
person.
and I need to
Just
know.
call them what
Yeah.
they're.
Why
Also-
don't you just pick a name, stick
Yeah.
with it. But you also get on the previous page, you get Abaddon.
Yes.
So you get Abaddon, then
Which-
immediately the nightmares.
Yep.
Then we get right into the anti-pope.
We don't
Yeah.
go
Yes.
back to Abaddon.
No, we
No,
don't.
we don't.
No, we don't.
introduce him on one
And all he
panel
wants to
and then
do is
he's
shred
gone.
them. And
Yeah.
shred them all. He just
Yeah.
wants to shred.
Oh, by the way,
he is shredded.
the remaining 3
He
issues.
would love Rob Liefeld's Captain America.
Yeah, because he is shredded. The remaining 3 issues are nowhere near as entertaining as this first issue because it is so painfully boring.
Did you say entertaining?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Well,
we're
at least you
we're
get
able
some
to
stuff
talk
here.
about this and
Yeah.
point out, like, here's the thing. Each page is so dense. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
You just want to, like, throw it away
So-
because you're overwhelmed by so much data.
I have a big problem with this book.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Well, hang on.
Unlike the
I want
rest
to see
of
what
that
Sal's going to
differentiate
say
you.
about the remaining 3 issues.
The remaining 3 issues get on with the plot, which is so.
I'm sorry, there is one?
Yeah, they need the boy, and
Who
so they,
needs the boy?
They do.
The bad guy.
The evil
But the
guys.
Desiccator was going to kill the boy.
Yeah, but they needed him, so they're gonna steal him and they bring him to a tower.
Wait, I thought the good people needed the boy.
Yeah, they do too.
Well,
so
everyone
like,
needs
Did
the
the
boy.
writer
Gotta
decide
get the
that
boy.
in between this issue and the next one?
yes. So like, it's just so like it's
It's like, okay, what am I going to do with this boy? I've established the mom and the kid.
But there's
Why? What
there's
does he
actually
do?
double the amount of words
No.
in the next 4 issues in each issue than in this issue, and there's too many words
In this issue.
in this issue.
Yeah.
And those words that are in the following subsequent 3 issues
How could
are
they,
actually advancing plot.
How could they possibly do that? Because
There's no space.
There's no space.
Yes.
And then anywhere where there's art, it's drawn in such a way that most of the time you can't tell what's happening.
Yes.
And I said this last time. So like anything that's like gory or grotesque is lost on you
Yes.
because you're
Yeah.
spending most of your time going, what the hell am I looking at?
Yes.
And not in that way where some art can be like that, where you're like, what is
like scary,
happening?
and
then you
it's like a
realize
jump
what's happening.
scare.
You're
Yeah.
Like
like,
it
oh,
draws
crap.
you
Well,
in.
here you never realize what's happening.
No, you're just like, and you just give up
or
on
if you
it.
do see what's happening, you're like, who cares?
Who the hell cares? Like at one point,
All
they,
these people are damned anyway.
one
Right.
of these guys is taken out of that thing, like the anti-pope's little like horde of individuals. Like
Yep.
some dragony thing takes him, but he's drawn in such a way that like I'm like,
Yeah, where does he end and the dragon begins? I
Right?
don't know.
Is it a dragon or is it just a shadow that's clutching
No, it's
him?
these
no, it's
things.
these
They're
things.
pterodactyls.
But look at him
Yeah,
in
but
the
it doesn't.
sky.
Like,
Yeah.
is it his mouth? It's like, what
It's
is it?
I
impossible.
thought he was
Until
on a
it's-
spike. I didn't even know he was being held by that
He's
thing.
being
I thought
taken
it, like,
away. He was
dropped
aloft,
him.
but I
he's
didn't know
being
what the
taken
hell I'm
away,
looking at, yeah.
But like the issue is also in like the sizing of things, and we mentioned that in the Liefeld book, because it's like this thing doesn't look like it's that big,
No.
and then you see this one down here, and I'm like, okay, like forget it, like
Yeah.
this.
Well, they're all different sizes. They're
this-
different sizes of flying
Yeah, yeah,
lizards.
yeah.
Oh, you feed the babies first.
That's a baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a baby.
shouldn't mom go and chew up the people and then spit it into its mouth?
Well, how's it
Demons.
going to learn, Tiffany?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's trial by fire. So that's Curse the Spawn.
right. There's also
Oh, what did you want to say?
I could not stand the fact that at one point the mom and her kid are walking through like a field of gravestones.
Yes.
Like
Who's
there's
burying these people?
That's my point.
it's
It's
really,
been 500 years
really
of
old.
demons and like things running amok and
Yeah.
killing all of
we're
humans,
still burying
and
people.
you're still burying people and making headstones.
Yeah.
I
you.
want to
Humanity was
say
more-
that those were from like the first year of the war.
Right.
Yeah, and like
You know,
there's
when we still had infrastructure, we could still
reality is-
do.
Oh, when they were
grave
still
guards.
building like the foundation for the new Vatican.
Yes.
there's
Yeah.
a couple of industries
Anti-Vatican,
that will always keep
whatever.
going.
Yes.
Making weapons
I'm gonna say.
and burying
burying
people.
folks.
I assume they don't establish the history, but in my headcanon, what happened was a hell gate or
Yep, a
crack
portal
opened up
opened up.
near the Vatican or under it, and established the new Vatican right there.
Yes.
And then it kind of spread
Spread.
out from there.
That would be the only way you could have a humanity left.
Yes.
Because,
and then
like-
it took a while. Maybe
Yeah.
it took the first 100 years.
'Cause you
Like
talk
we held them
about-
at bay for a while, and then
And then it overwhelmed them. The fact is, like,
maybe.
They say
I'll take that.
that heaven closed its gates.
Yes.
Yes.
Like that's it, no more. You're on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
What's the point then?
Yeah, what are you doing? Where do you go? Do you just go to hell? Does everybody go to hell? Or does everybody just, is there purgatory? In the Spawn universe, heaven is as bureaucratic and dumb as hell, and in fact, they don't like really take in too many people. So it's like, well,
They're just waiting
you-
outside.
You're not even paying attention to the previously established, very, very brief continuity of your faux Judeo-Christian mythology. There's nothing about this that has any integrity.
No.
Does Spawn's cape always talk to him too?
No.
Okay, cool.
Not even a little
What are you
bit.
talking about? Spawn's cape is always talking to him. Hey, Spawn,
I
you're
didn't
looking
even-
pretty
I
sweet
didn't
tonight
think it
on
was the
top of this
cape. I thought it was
building.
his own madness.
No, it says it acts like it's the voice from the Living Cloak.
Yeah.
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 From the
there you
Living
go.
Cloak voices
It's
fandom's
talking to him.
ghosts. But I will tell you this, it does tell us exactly what to do with this book, because the cloak says to Spawn, put him in the box. Bad boy, very bad boy.
Well, will do.
Put him in the box.
So
The boo box.
the cape
no.
also, you get explained that it's the cape's voice, like not in that panel, but like a few panels later.
No, it's
So
in
you're
that
just
panel.
It's in that
seeing
panel.
weird voices at first.
Like
gotta
the
look
first
for-
few, and then like immediately it's like it launches into a very
Descriptive.
necessary description
Yeah.
Yeah.
of that.
So, there you have it.
Well, yeah, you get one page where they're coming from nowhere, and then it says from the cloak. Then it says
Right.
rent him.
Right. Okay.
rent him. And he does defeat, don't worry, he beats the Desiccator and
Yeah,
saves.
if you were worried at all.
Yeah.
If you were worried that
He
the Desiccator...
easily dispatches the Desiccator.
The most iconic character in this entire book.
There's 2 action figures from this universe, and we're looking at one of them. The other one's Curse the Spawn.
Oh, Spawn.
What,
the
Abaddon
Spawn.
didn't get one? The anti-pope?
Nope, no
Why
action
did they
figure.
create Abaddon and the Anti-Pope if they weren't going to make an action figure out
They
of them?
started with Desiccator. They probably went like, oh, that was too much plastic. We can't even start with Abaddon.
Guys, in a horrific instant, the Desiccator experiences all the pain he has inflicted. All of the agony, all the terror,
Yeah.
and a tidal wave of godlessness so heinous that it shatters his very being, and then it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he felt it in that
But
instant.
he felt it in that instant,
Maybe
all of
time
it.
stretched out for him so
Yeah.
that
There.
Yeah,
he
we got
perceived
it.
it as if
Done.
it was 100
Don't worry,
years.
humanity. I've avenged you.
Don't worry, we got one.
Yeah, 1 out of 1,000,000. Or 1,000,000,000?
And the mom blew up one of them.
Yep.
With the gun.
Yeah, one of the nightmares.
One of the nightmares.
So we got 3 books here that don't... So, do any of them...
Okay.
Do any of them...
How do we even start here?
The question is, do any of them deserve redemption?
Okay. This definitely does not.
At this...
I think we could just put that
right, just right back
away.
where
I
it
can
came
just
from.
go in the trash can.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no for
Well,
that
yeah, do
because
either-
the art is just so
I
horrible
can't.
and
Do
the
each of
story
them
has
re-earn
nothing
it?
to
I
redeem it.
can't.
And the story is terrible.
And I hate that you made me do this
I'm
one.
sorry.
Like, the art is such...
It's an affront.
That's why he picked it for
Yeah.
you, because how bad the art
I
is.
hate
He
it.
needed you to
Well, it's
recap
and
that foot.
There's like a part of me that feels bad saying these things because no artist starts out perfectly. Maybe Jim Lee. But you know what I mean? Like, no one starts off like knowing everything.
yeah,
and
doing
even
everything right.
seasoned artists change and grow over time, and they improve their craft to a point where inevitably they
And you're
kinda go
under
down the
crazy
other side.
restraints because you're doing
Yes.
serialized fiction.
And so,
Like you're drawing
I feel
a lot.
badly because it's like, you know what? Tearing apart someone's like art like that is really rough.
Yes.
We got to put you in like a Gordon Ramsay coat.
God.
Yeah, but
But you're also like really rich.
yeah,
and like
and you're an established
You're paying
veteran
a
at
lot
this
to do
point. Like
this.
you've been
Yep.
doing it enough. Like you've been doing it a
He's
lot.
cashing a check.
Yeah.
yeah, he's cashing a check.
Yep.
And he can't even bother to draw it right.
Nope.
Yeah, there's nothing good about this.
My concern is that he did try.
That would be the saddest one.
That would be very sad.
Then I'm a
There's
gonna
no
give him
way.
some credit
There's
and
no
say he
way because I've seen better.
Because look at all the lines on people. Look
Yeah.
at the structure and the faces
Well,
and the
that's just
muscles and
automatic.
the
That's just
things.
that without thinking.
Everyone has that face anyway. I honestly think I've seen better from Rob Liefeld, and it ain't in here. This is him phoning it in during a time when he absolutely should not be phoning it in.
He's buying Ferraris. He doesn't. He can phone it in only
Who's
once.
got the time for
We're
that?
getting to the end.
If he
Like,
doesn't know
we're
that,
coming
does
to
he?
the end. He's starting to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like pre-orders for books go from like 1 million to 500,000 to 200,000, and it's like, can you imagine either of these companies being like, "Hey, 200,000 units, we're doing great"? Back then, they're like, "We need to close.
It's all over.
It's over.
It's over."
What do you mean we didn't
Head for the
sell 3
hills.
million?
Yeah, yeah. Wait. You mean this is unsustainable? So
Yeah.
yeah, no. Definitely, Curse the Spawn deserves a punishment worse than the punishment every member of humanity is receiving throughout the pages of the story. This one, it's commercial and bad.
It's a stunt, and it's not a well done stunt.
No. And if it was an earnest attempt to create a new universe, you failed.
It's not even an interesting story. Like the plot itself is so lacking.
So the question is, does Spider-Boy deserve to be redeemed? And
It's the only one that's in the conversation for me.
And I think that, if you're at a panel of the worst things from the box, this will seem like a breath of fresh air.
It
Mike
is.
Waringo's art is in it. It's still not his best work, so you can argue it doesn't even really look
Yeah,
great.
but I can look at it.
You can look at
which
it and you
I
don't
can't
feel
with
like
these.
sick to
These
your stomach.
hurts.
What are you talking about?
But this is, if it is a genuine attempt to make fun of the medium that they are working in, I still don't think it deserves it because it is impenetrable. I think I don't think it fails in its attempt to have fun with the material, because if you're the only one having fun, it's not fun. Like, we need to enjoy reading it. And I know that there are people who it's why they voted for it. They're like,
Right.
Spider-Boy does not deserve to be in that box. And I know I've heard it from individuals before who've said out loud, Spider-Boy does not deserve to be in that box.
Did they read the same book that I read?
Yes, they did. They just this is the kind of thing that they love. If you're a comic book fanatic, if you love these universes and you just want to have fun, then I still think this deserves it because I had zero fun reading it.
So,
and, yeah.
If you're a comic book fanatic,
Yeah.
then you should really have an issue with the way in which Bizarnage speaks. Because sometimes he follows the Bizarro rules, and sometimes he doesn't.
That's just like Bizarro because it's hard to keep up.
But
I don't know how to write
But
it.
you don't have to do a whole book with him.
No, you
You
don't.
only had a few pages, and you couldn't handle it.
No.
Yeah.
It's just
If you're only gonna have him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels, 6 or 7 panels, then do it. Knock it out of the park.
right.
Make him
me
a
want
character
more.
to remember.
Yeah,
instead
just
of
talk
someone
about
I
how he's
want
not
to
going to eat your
forget.
brains.
Also, explain to me why, like, only villains seem to be amalgamized sometimes.
Right. Yeah, like you are setting up this, like you're having fun creating this universe. But
Yeah.
you also are clearly not taking it seriously, but you're putting a serious amount of effort into it. So it's like this, it's this contrary thing. It's fighting against itself. Also, because of all of your world building, you forgot the most essential thing, which is the story. And the
there's no
story
story.
of this doesn't exist.
No.
There is no
Well,
rising action, falling
it's-
action, conclusion. There's no story.
I
There's no
think they
conflict.
didn't they just? I mean, was there a number 2? I assume they just wrote it as like, no, this is the only one that we're ever gonna make.
Yeah, I know, and this is the one where they're like, ha, 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 it's in the middle of the arc, but also there are cleverer people, or there are cleverer executions of that device where you still subtly get like an actual 3-act.
Well, I mean, we did the 2 other Amalgam
We've
books,
done other
and they were
Amalgam
much better.
Are we calling it a good book? Absolutely not.
No, but I also think it still deserves it. I think
I
it's
do
still.
too.
I think compared to any other book of its caliber, compared to its own conceit,
Yeah,
it's not the best
That's
one.
really what I like. You just threw in like, you're like, okay, it's like by the end they were just like, okay, J. Jonah Jameson and Tana Moon, and I'm like, Tana could have combined with any of like.
You could have combined her with Betty.
Tana Lane.
Yeah.
No,
or
that's the same universe.
yeah.
Fuck it. They
It could
don't
have been
care.
like Tana.
At least it
It
was
If they don't
an
care, why should we?
Amalgam.
could have been Tana Stacy. It could
Yeah.
have been like.
Well, no, it could have been Betty Brant and Tana Moon, or anyone.
Yeah, it's
Glory
not an
Grant-
Amalgam
Glory Grant.
universe. It's more like a cracked mirror universe. It's more
Yes.
like everything's the same, only different.
Right.
And there are some characters that are there that
Wouldn't be, or
there's like a
shouldn't be.
mashup, but like you didn't mash up the characters. You just moved them around.
Yes.
It's all the same people,
Right.
Yeah.
except for the one that the book is named for.
Yeah, and the 2 villains.
Yes.
And the 2 villains.
And
That's
one
true.
of the villains is a combination of things that doesn't seem to make any
No.
sense.
Yeah. You're actually getting like 6 villains.
Yeah, it's the ones that are on this cover.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one else is amalgamized except for.
Also, if you wanted Bizarnage to be the main focus, because you put him on the cover,
because you did make him front and center on the cover.
then he should have been the main focus.
Yeah, but he's chasing after King
Are you-
Lizard.
Well,
He should have been King Carnage, and then it would have been Carnage and a shark.
Yeah. Sharknage.
yeah.
Okay,
I like King Carnage.
King Carnage. I would just go with that.
Also, the design for Bizarnage is just lame.
Yeah, it's just white Carnage.
He just looks like a mummy.
Yeah.
Well,
He should
that
be.
makes sense because Bizarro's white, Carnage
be.
has
I guess.
tendrils.
Green. If he's the opposite of Carnage.
Oh yeah.
Then it would look weird.
People would be like, "What?
What? I don't get it.
Why is he
But
green? He should be-
every other panel is what? I don't get it. So you might as well have at least had fun with it with the color.
He doesn't
So-
make any weapons out of his body like
No.
Carnage does.
That's because he's Bizarro. He's dumb.
He's not
But
smart
the-
enough to make
they're
an
always effective.
axe.
I'll say this. I had fun reading this
Mm-hmm.
because I breezed through it. Because first, I read Curse of the Spawn. And then I read Captain America.
Right.
And then I read this and I was going, wee! All right, this is so much better.
It's the best
It
of
is
the
much
3.
better.
It is easily the best
But
of the
that's
3.
not the point. The point is,
Do any of them deserve
Can it
redemption?
claw its way out of the wrong box?
I say yes because I actually had fun reading it the second time through because I didn't care.
Right.
I wasn't saying, is this the best Amalgam book?
It gets old.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it gets old.
I'm like,
It's-
really?
it's
We're
just
still
ass.
we're at the end of the book and we're still doing that? When does the book start?
that was more like, when does it stop?
Or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you decide when to stop? Well, it does just stop, and you're still getting introduced to new teams and stuff right
Yep.
up until the very end.
Yeah, every piece of it. It just keeps throwing shit at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
it goes so far in that direction that I did find it funny by the end. I'm like, oh, that's because I didn't remember this book at all. I had zero recollection of this book. I was like, all right, what happens in this book again? And then as I started to read, I started to remember, like, oh yeah, he has a stupid fight. And then like who are this is
those are the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, but it's
it's
Cap's
Captain
friends,
Sawyer.
right?
Yeah, no, it's it's Dum Dum Dugan.
Dum Dum Dugan, yeah.
So it's like a merging of like Gotham Central. No, Metropolis's Special Crimes Unit or whatever. It's Maggie Sawyer's team meets S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. And so like they show up and I'm like, oh, I didn't even remember they were in the book because like they're literally in
like
two
panels.
maybe two panels. There's literally two panels that have them,
Yeah.
and then they go away.
Right.
And it's like that's everything. Someone shows up and then they go away,
And then they
and
leave.
then another guy shows up and then they go away. So I did kind of get a chuckle out of like the commitment to that stupid concept of like because I was thinking like. It was a series.
Right.
Like, I thought that they were like, no, we've launched the Amalgam series, and this is number 1. And then I realized as I'm going through, like, oh, no, there's not a second for this.
no.
They're getting it all in now because this is the only chance.
Yes.
And then it ends, again, with that. We get Mary Jane. We're debuting the Insect Queen, who you will literally never see again.
Yes. But we want the jackpot line.
And we got the jackpot
We gotta
line.
have
Like,
that
we
line
checked
in there.
that box.
Yep.
I agree with Ethan that this is very much like a Saturday morning cartoon message.
Yes.
And I guess drawn by Liefeld, they were like, hey, it'll actually get in the hands of other people possibly.
Right. Yeah. More people will buy it.
Like, it is stupid and rock simple, but like, the only shining little thing as it goes back into the box will be that like clearly Liefeld was like they're the bad guys, Cap's the good guy.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Maybe
You
he
know what I
actually
mean?
likes
Is
Captain
he?
America.
Because that face of him at the end where he's grimacing
Yeah.
really ain't flattering.
That's every man he draws.
That's every man he draws, but I mean like in
warrior.
Liefeld,
Sometimes the good guys gotta get fierce.
they gotta get angry.
Sometimes
They
he's
gotta
got to
get
be Red
folked.
Skull.
Well, the fact is, like, no one is buying Captain America smiling. I gotta do something else.
Right, sure. And, like,
They
I'm
hired
not
me to
talking
make
about.
this.
I'm not talking about
Hardcore.
the art at all. I'm talking about like in his heart.
Yeah.
Like Liefeld's like no. Cap fights against injustices of
Yeah.
the world, and here
Yep.
I'm
And
gonna make.
intolerance.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one without doing any research.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm just,
And you know what? There are still Nazis around, and that would piss him off.
yeah, exactly. So it's like
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
that doesn't redeem
none of them are
No.
redeemed. Maybe Venom a little bit, but like, this is. Thank you for doing this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
If we ever do it, we'll see another 50 episodes when we see what else comes
Yeah.
out.
But these can't come back.
But this is it. You got your books.
Yep.
None of them are coming back.
And they aren't coming back.
And not only that, but like, you can't vote for them again.
That's right.
On the 100th
They're
episode.
off the list. They're off the list. I don't know.
I'm not reading this book again.
No.
No.
This was the.
No.
I never expected us to have to do it again.
No, we're reading number 2 next time.
Yeah. We'll do 4. Yeah, when he dies.
We'll
Sound-
do
Wait.
a whole episode.
You're
of
saying
Spawn,
there's
Curse of
3,
Spawn
there's 2,
sequels.
3, and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just do a whole Curse of the Spawn
No.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the good, the bad, and the ugly of the
Of these-
remainder
of the
Curse
last
the Spawn?
3 issues.
if Spider-Boy had a sequel, Sal would make us do the sequel to the Redemption episode, and it would
Yes.
be
Oh.
each of the two.
Each
Yeah.
of their sequels. Oh.
Right? And
Too bad this one
There
doesn't.
is another Spider-Boy book.
What?
Really?
Yes.
Is it number 2, or
No.
is it just a different thing?
Different thing. It's Spider-Boy, and I think it's the Legion of Superheroes of some kind.
Oh.
It's another,
well,
but there is another Spider-Boy
could
book.
do that.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
could do
Tiffany, for coming up with that idea.
I was so sure
that it was
a second
impossible.
book.
that. Yeah.
Because this was it.
Yeah, no.
You've killed us.
there is
They
another-
blew their load like 5 times in this book.
Well, I never read the other one.
Well,
I wonder
I'm just,
how that one is.
I'm just gonna put myself in the wrong box.
You don't
Why
deserve
don't
it.
you put yourself in the wrong box?
Well, so there you have it, everybody. No redemption for the Wrongbox redemption episode. We will be adding so much more to this box as the show progresses. We want to thank you so much for hanging out with us and for sticking with us for 50 episodes.
Yeah.
of this show that is made haphazardly and randomly and with no schedule frequency whatsoever. So we're lucky we ever got to 50 episodes.
And don't add us over this whole Spider-Boy thing. Okay?
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear it.
You didn't have to read these other books.
I know.
won't
Have
have
it. Make your own box that's like things I think are awesome.
Things
and
that
you can put
shouldn't be in
Spider-Boy
comic
in.
Pop's
I know,
wrong box.
and I know we won't be in there.
Right.
we're
Yeah,
not
because
awesome.
we're not awesome and
It's
we're
okay.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But I digress. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys next week with another episode. Well, not next week, but some other time. We'll see you next time with another episode. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
So long.
Are you sliding us, Tiffany?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Jerry.
Do they make a
O'Connell.
fun sound when they slide? I don't remember.
They must. They must make some kind of sound.
I mean, there was a weird portal.
Yeah.
Jerry's got to
Stargate?
go back in the wrong book.
Sorry, Jerry.
Because listen, 50 episodes. That's not bad for this silly show that I stole from Red Letter Media.
They should come on and refute this.
Yes, and make their voices heard.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they should come on and do the books instead of us.
Oh, that's fine with me
yes,
too.
And now the Red Letter Media guys.
Yes,
just
I
get your mic
know.
up.
Take it away.
Quick run!
At least Jack could come on. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I think
Rich.
Rich should come on.
Well, he used to read comics.
Right?
He
Yeah.
used to read
And
comics. Yeah.
Dan?
I don't know. Who
None of
Dan
them are
is.
Dan.
Okay.
There is no Dan.
I reached.
Yeah.
I don't watch their channel.
Well, they all. Yeah. No, you don't. I'm trying to think who it was. Rich. I guess Jack, because he knows comics too. And,
Mike.
Mike would be cool.
Okay, there's
but he
a
wouldn't do it. The thing is, Mike would never. He'd be like,
No.
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 First of all, I'm not coming to Jersey.
Well, none of them are coming to Jersey.
No.
But
Well, I'll come to Milwaukee. I'll bring the books.
And he'd be like, no.
And he'd be like, no.
Here, you don't even have to have me come to Milwaukee.
I'll just mail you the books.
I'll just web. We'll Skype it.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine. It could be Zoom.
I'm sorry. We have to Zoom it now because that's what.
Skype is
what
garbage.
the kids are doing.
I hate Skype. On the record, it's garbage. I'm happy to go to Zoom.
Strong feelings about Skype there.
Yep.
Did Sam Raimi ever write a comic?
I don't think so.
Of course he did. Spider-Man 2.
That's a movie. And he didn't write it either.
He did direct
Then
it.
you're not going to get Mike.
Yeah, no.